The meta model is like a chainsaw for tangled vines in the jungle of your mind. You've got thoughts choking you out, limiting beliefs like vines around your throat. You've been trying to think positive with that chainsaw switched off. Nah, you're going to rip the cord, rev the bastard up, and slice through distortion, deletion, and generalization like a goddamn thought surgeon. So let's play. Someone says I'm not good enough. You could believe that, sure, or if you keep believing that, where will you be in 5 years? Still playing small, still giving your dreams the silent treatment. How much longer can you afford to rent your life to that belief? Maybe that belief was trying to keep you safe once, but now it's just keeping you stuck. Good enough for what? For who? And by whose scoreboard are you measuring yourself? Interesting. That sounds like a belief that someone handed to you. Is it actually yours? Or are you just babysitting someone else's unprocessed shit? Each reframe is a key. Every key unlocks a door out of the maze. The meta model works like a spotlight in a pitch black attic. Your brain, lazy little pattern machine that it is, loves to take shortcuts. That's where automation comes in. You keep thinking the same thing because your brain, it wired that shit for efficiency. But when you ask, what do you mean specifically? It's like hitting the brake pedal on a runaway neural loop. Your prefrontal cortex lights up like Times Square. You start forming new synaptic connections. You break the spell of vague language and bam, consciousness wakes the fuck up. You know, when your friend says, everyone's mad at me, and you say, who's everyone? That's the meta model. You're already using it. You just weren't aware that you were a Jedi. So let's chunk down. A deletion. It's like saying I feel bad. Bad about what? About who? When? How do you know? A distortion. I made him angry. Whoa. You control other people's emotions. Who knew you had superpowers? A generalization. I always fail. Bullshit. You didn't fail brushing your teeth this morning, or waking up, or reading this, so clearly, not always. Why does this matter? Let's say you don't learn this. Here's what's coming. You keep letting vague, toxic thoughts swirl in your skull, like a backed up toilet. You parent, lead, love, and speak from confusion. You get manipulated by sharper thinkers who do use the meta model. You pass those patterns down to your kids, your clients, your friends, like a damn virus. Or you learn it, and suddenly you're Neo in the Matrix, bending the rules of the mind, seeing how people delete parts of their experience, distort their truth, generalize their pain. And you start asking questions that open doors inside them they didn't know were locked. You become a linguistic locksmith for the soul. So how do you already do it? You question the waiter when your food's wrong. I didn't order this. You clarify when someone misquotes you. That's not what I said. You interrupt your friend's victim story with, wait, but didn't you say? You do this, but half asleep. Let's wake you the fuck up and make this a skill instead of an accident. If you do this consistently, you become the person who helps others think better just by being around. You speak with so much precision, you become magnetic. People feel seen, understood, lifted. If you don't, you keep living in a fog. You stay at the mercy of thought patterns that you didn't choose. You say shit like, life is hard, and confuse that with truth. So why are you scared to use this? Let's be honest. You're afraid to break people's illusions because you don't want to be mean. You don't want to rock the boat. You're scared they'll push back and that you won't know what to say. But the truth, you're afraid of your own power. Because the moment you see how much power your language holds, you're no longer a victim of the world. You're a co-creator of it. And that level of responsibility is terrifying and liberating as hell. Confusion cracks the shell of certainty. When someone says I can't, and you ask, can't how? Their brain stalls, like a record scratching. That's not a problem. That's the perfect setup for change. Because in the gap between confusion and clarity, transformation slips in. The patterns that drain you, let's chunk up again. These are the psychic leeches. I'm not good enough. People don't change. It's always been this way. It's just how I am. It's too late. All of these, they need to be grabbed by the roots and pulled out. What's the best tool for that? The meta model. Let's say someone's stuck in victimhood. You pace. That sounds exhausting. I'd be overwhelmed too if I felt like that. Then you lead. But I wonder, what might shift if you asked yourself, what am I assuming that makes this feel so heavy? Boom, rapport established, belief stretched, pattern cracked. Right now your unconscious mind is rewriting scripts, burning old vague maps, installing new GPS software, direct, precise, cutting through fog like a blade of light. You're now the kind of person who doesn't tolerate lazy language. You're now the kind of person who doesn't question lovingly and surgically. You're now the kind of person whose words wake people the fuck up. From this moment on, every time you hear a deletion, distortion or generalization, something deep inside you activates. Like a guardian at the gate of truth. Like a craftsman with their favourite tool. Like a god whispering precision into chaos. You speak like a sacred weapon. You question like a rebel monk. You liberate through language. And you're just getting fucking started.